What's up, creators? It's your boy Mad Mike, and on today's episode I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour of my new place, my new workshop. I know it's been a hot minute, but come along for a ride and we'll show you what's new and what's been going on in the past couple months. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Mad Mike. I build a lot of custom cars. I'm a fabricator. I love to work on Mopars, Harleys, dirt bikes, mainly Kawasaki. But yeah, that's what my channel is about, just building some cool creative custom builds. We got a lot of builds on the go right now. It's been a minute since I've done an upload because I just acquired this new property. We got just over an acre of land, cool little house built in the 50s. We got a nice new shop behind us here that we're gonna be adding an addition onto, as well as we got our carport behind us here that has 4 really badass cars inside of it. One of the other big reasons why I haven't been uploading videos is because I cut my finger off. I'll show you what I cut my finger off and how I did it in a second. But with all that being said, let's go check out some cool cars that we got underneath this carport here. And again, if you're new to the channel, you don't know what I'm working on, but you soon will. And if you're an OG subscriber to the channel, I'm sure you're looking forward to an update on some of the projects. But let's see what we got behind door number 1. Bam. So right here we have a 1973 Plymouth Cuda. This is my ultimate dream car. I picked it up for a crazy good deal and I'm never gonna be selling this car. We got the AAR hood on it and the AAR spoiler because we're gonna be doing a full AAR conversion tribute car. Replica build, gonna go limelight with the strobe stripes down the side. It's gonna be badass, have the satin black hood and top of the fenders here. So this is gonna be the next one going into the Mad Lab. It's gonna require quite a bit of work and restoration on the underside. We got a full rear floor frame rail assembly that's gotta go in. Driver's side frame rail's gotta get replaced, wheel wells, and a lot of other fabrication and metal work that needs to be done to the firewall, mainly in the corners. So this one here is gonna be the dream build going into the Mad Lab next. Behind it, we have a 1974 Plymouth Cuda that we picked up here in Ontario up north. And we initially just started off with a roof skin, and I've been adding doors, fender, hood, trunk lid, K-frame, rear end, and making it into a roller. This one here we don't have a title for just yet, we're working on it. So what we might do with this car is create kind of like a Mad Max style Cuda build, maybe put like a Gen 3 Hemi in it, and just have some fun with it, make it wide body, stuff like that. But all in all, the car's pretty complete. I've been getting a lot of parts for it, and we got a full black interior in it right now that I acquired, minus the doors. Those are white, but they'll be painted black. And the 73 is just to die for. It is a complete car. When I picked it up, it had side pipes on it and a 318 that was all locked up. But I do have a 440 for it that came out of a motorhome that I just built up. And yeah, limelight, all the cool stripes. This one here is gonna be the next one coming into the channel that I'm sure you guys have been following along and want to see more progress on. Over here, we have a 1986 Pontiac Fiero Ferrari 355 kit car. Building this one for my dad. It should be next up in line before this, but by the time I get working on it, winter's gonna be here and that's not a good time to paint the car. So we'll see when I get jumping on this car here. It should be next in line and it might be, but we'll see what happens. This car I've had since I was 18 years old. It's pretty wild, it's a pretty accurate kit on a non-stretch Fiero. But yeah, it's got real Ferrari seats in there. This thing's got a lot of money invested into it, so looking forward to getting it done. And behind it, we have a 1976 El Camino. It's actually a GMC Sprint, but it's the exact same as the El Camino. So as you can see, it's got the truck bed in the rear with a bunch of metal. This is a Dodge Challenger, actually rear frame rail section and whatnot on my buddy Bill's car. So I might use up some of that in one of these builds here. But yeah, this car here is just gonna be another car that we build into like a Mad Max style build. We're gonna call it the El Cuda because I have a Cuda front clip I'm putting on it and it's an El Camino, so El Cuda. And I'll show you guys some images here of what it looks like with the front end mocked up on it. it's gonna look pretty cool. The proportions and the body lines are actually gonna made up pretty well. The last thing I did with this car here, this car runs and drives actually. It's got a 305 in it, nothing crazy, but it's got AC, power steering, you name it. And it runs and drives, it doesn't stop. There's no brakes right now because I got the master cylinder off, but yeah, the last thing I did was I cut the floors completely out because I'm gonna be fabbing up some floors for it. And yeah, this will be a pretty fun car just to do like a resto mod style build in, put some bucket seats and whatnot in it too. So gotta love me the El Caminos / El Cudas. So that's just a quick update on the cars inside here. We're gonna be picking away on them and working on them here soon. But the big news is, which we're gonna go show you the new shop that we have here, is I'm gonna tell you how I cut my finger off. And it's not the funnest thing in the world to do. I wish it never happened because I work with my hands and I need them, but literally my fingertip, I sheared it off by working on this car that's in the shop. And before we get there, I'll just give you guys a quick tour of the property here. So it's a beautiful property. We got a lot of land, a lot of grass to cut, and a lot of leaves to rake. But my girlfriend and I are loving it up here, and I couldn't be happier to finally have my own spot. It's been years since I've been living off the grid out west in trailers and in off-grid cabins. So it's nice to finally have a home with power, not living in the trailer. And I got my own Mad Lab that we're eventually gonna build out and add on to it, make it bigger to fit more cars, maybe a lift inside of it and whatnot. So let's go inside there. I'll show you what we got going on there, and I'll tell you how I lost my fingertip. All right, let's go check out the Mad Lab. That's my girlfriend's 2002 Subaru WRX Bug-Eye. It's for sale. If anybody's interested, give me a message. I'll tell you the price. But inside here, it's a mess right now because we have no power. It's got an extension cord going all the way down to the house. So I got my electrician coming on to put in lights and adding outlets all the way around. So we will eventually have power in the whole shop, but for right now I just got a light up there with an extension cord. So inside the Mad Lab, we have this Hyundai Elantra that I was working on doing the brakes. This is just gonna be a little commuter car. And I got some wheels for the car, and they are star-shaped, and they are very close to the calipers, and the rotors are all seized up. So I was just going around, got the car in jack stands, and I was spinning the wheels, and I put my finger just behind one of the spokes, and when I spun it, it caught the caliper, and it ripped my fingertip clean off. Called 911, cried like a little baby, and it is what it is. I do have my fingernail left, luckily, and they were able to put some stitches in and save whatever's left of the finger, but I'm missing my finger pad and a good percentage of my fingertips, so it's gonna grow back all funny. It is what it is, shit happens, but I wish it never did happen. So that's kind of the update on that injury. So hopefully in, I think they're saying like 6 to 8 weeks, it'll be healed and I can start wrenching again. In the meantime, I won't be working on too much stuff. I'll be kind of doing what I can. So if I can't provide you guys with some content of stuff that I'm working on, I'm sorry about that, but stay tuned, because once I'm all healed up and the shop's all powered up here, we'll be going to town with all the projects we got. Behind me here is a 1991 Harley Davidson Sportster that I am doing something cool with. I just finished the bike and built it into a flat track style bike. I built this rear tail section here that you see, custom seat on there, but I'm switching up the style. I'm gonna get rid of the single seater. I'm gonna be doing a double up seat on it, and I got a full fairing set from a 2015 Road Glide. So I got the big front fairing there with the low cut front windshield. I got some saddlebags off of a Harley police road bike. I think it was off an Electric Glide or something like that. Could be wrong, but I'm gonna be building like a bagger style build for the Harley Sportster. So I think, you know, I've seen one other guy do it, and I think he called that a Sport Glide, so that's kind of cool. But I just put the higher bars up on here. I did have these MX style drag bars, but because we're switching up the style of this build, I need the higher bars for the fairing and the clearance. This one here I'll be tinkering with my one hand if I can. It's kind of the one thing I can be working on because I can't work on the cars right now, but yeah. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to the new Mad Lab. I'm sorry this video is not that exciting, but I just had to get some content out to you guys so you guys are updated on all the builds going on around here at the new property. So drop me a comment below. Let me know what you guys want to see next on the channel, what car you want me to work on, what motorcycle you want me to work on, and I'll try to tinker on that and provide content for you guys. So thanks for watching. If you're new, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. All right, ciao, ciao.